What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing a brand new VR title. This is Max Mustard. This is developed and published by Toast Interactive. It releases on the 21st of March on the Quest platform, and I believe there is a Steam version too. Max Mustard is a platformer. It is a 3D platformer which has a first person and third person perspective to it. You play as both at the same time, kind of. I've not had much experience with playing platformers on VR, so I was a little bit jaded about whether I was going to like this or not, but we'll get into that when we get into it. You play as Max Mustard, who is an inventor, and your job is to basically save this planet from this evil person who is collecting all of these creatures up and ensnaring them and caging them. And I'm not sure what the whole storyline of that is. I'm only maybe 2 hours into the game. I haven't finished it. There are 40 levels in this game, so it's quite a big game. There's lots to it. There's 40 levels, there are 4 bosses, and there are 8 upgrades you can get to play through the levels again and again with different upgrades, I guess. Like I said, this is probably one of the first platformers I've actually played in VR, and I've just never had the urge to see how a third person game plays in VR when you're not like seeing it as your perspective, because I feel like VR is always about what you see and you look around and see things. But with Max Mustard, I gave it a shot because I just wanted to see what it was like, and it's a brand new VR title on the Quest 3, so impressions are really good, really fun, and I'm surprised that I didn't try more games like this in the past. I know a lot of people are going to make comparisons to something like Astrobot, which is a game that I haven't played, but it's just so much fun, and just the whole third person perspective to it actually adds a lot to it, because you're having to kind of do two things at once. You're having to control Max Mustard while you're also looking around the environment for collectibles and coins and things for you to enhance your upgrade path. So essentially you have to make it through each of these 40 levels via platforming, that's jumping over platforms, escaping traps, killing monsters, and capturing the imprisoned creatures and freeing them. You have a jetpack which allows you to maneuver around the map as well, so you can time your jumps to get to the platforms across the other side, or you can get a perfectly well-timed jump to land on an enemy's head to get the gold coins. It's very much like Mario in that sense. You're collecting as many gold coins as you can, or Sonic, whereas in those games usually when you collect the coins it just gives you like another life. Maybe at the end of it, when you collect 100, you might get an extra life. In this one, you actually use the currency to buy upgrades for yourself, and I thought it was a really nice thing to add to the game, because it adds a lot more to the customizability of your character and how you want to play the game, and replayability as well, because you can go back through the levels and get to areas that you couldn't previously access without maybe like a double jump, or certain skills that you just didn't have that will allow you to get into certain areas of a level to get more coins or more of the bonus things. The platforming is great. Every level seems to be quite fresh so far with different types. I've only played maybe 8 levels. I've not got to the first boss yet. There's 4 bosses in total, so I imagine it'll be like a quarter of the way through the game when I get to the first one, so maybe every 10 levels. So I'm probably pretty close to it, but the art style is awesome. The music is great as well. It's got a really like fantastical but epic soundtrack. Very vibrant and colourful. It's like a Mario game or Ratchet and Clank. It's that type of vibe to it, and I really like the style of it. In between each level you see the map like a normal, like a Mario game, where you see all the different segments where you walk around the map to get to the next level. Each of them are in quadrants, which are like terrain based, so one of them's maybe grass, and then it looks like one of them is going into more of like a sand style. I haven't got too far to realize how different the biomes are, but I'm looking forward to it. With 40 levels, there's got to be quite a lot of variance in them. The game also has first person interactivity as well, which really adds to it. So when you're controlling Max in third person, you actually have segments in the game where you pick up like a ray gun sort of thing, and each of them have different traits to them. So there's one which is a wind gun, where you can use your first person to actually target like wind turbines on the map to spin them to make platforms rise up, and you also have one which is like a giant plunger gun. So to get extra coins, if you see enemies flying through the sky or enemies that are trying to kill Max, you can actually shoot them in first person like an FPS game to stop them from either getting you or for getting extra coins and getting secrets that are hidden away, like some of the cages that might be hidden away. You can actually use the gun to either detonate bombs to get them. So it's a great blend of first person and third person, and I think that really works with this game, and I'm hoping to see a lot more games in this genre now. With the currency system as well, all of the coins that you gain in each level, when you go back to your little ship, you can then go to the store to buy new things. So it gives you much more reason to go back to earlier levels just to get coins again, but also to get the power-ups to then be able to gain even more coins, and then finally eventually buy all the power-ups, I guess. In each level there are also little mini tasks to get extra coins as well. So there are blue coins that you can get which will lead you to different pathways to platform to get just some extra coins. There are also these little timed ones as well, where if you get like a time shaker, I'm not sure what they're called, where you spin upside down like a sand timer, And when you get one of those, the words mustard appear on the screen in different parts, and you have time to go and collect the letters before it ends. And once you get all of them, you get extra points and gold as well. So you've got to do it in the right order of the way it's spelled, or else you're just not going to have time to get the whole one. If you're lucky, you might be able to, but usually you have to go by the spelling to get it just in time to get all the gold. If you look at the actual controllers in game as well, you see them in your left and right hands, and you can see how many lives you have left with how many hearts are on the screen. And also when you look down on your right controller, you can see how many of the creatures are left in this map for you to still collect. So if you're getting towards the end of the game and you see you've still got like one slot left, you mean it shows that you're missing one of the creatures. So it's really nice just to be able to look down at your own hand and see how far you are through accomplishing full completion of each level. Now in the starter menu, when you first start up the game, it does say that resolution upgrade is coming and some updates are going to be coming in the near future. I'm not sure how near future this is going to be, but I will say that the game really does look great. But when I tried out side quests to update the resolution of the game, well, of the headset to give you like a higher resolution, it looks so crisp. It looked really, really nice. So hopefully we get the official update from the guys behind Max Mustard really soon, because I just know that this game can run and look really, really sharp, because there was no performance hits when I was playing it with like the full max resolution memory from side quests. So yeah, that's not really a criticism, because the base game does look great, but I just know that there is so much overhead for them to make this look even nicer. This has been my review or first impressions of Max Mustard, because like I said, I've only played maybe half 2 hours of it. I could go on, but I just know already from what I've played that I'm having an extreme amount of fun. Love the game so far, and I really, really hope that this sort of jumpstarts PlayStation to get Astro Bot to PSVR 2 and just more unique ideas like this, where it's just very creative and very fun. So can you imagine if Nintendo started making VR Mario games like this? It would be absolutely awesome. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If this is the first time checking out my channel, go ahead and subscribe and check out the rest of my VR content and the variety of content I also have on the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.